to the co-main event. So I'm gonna let you go ahead, Henry. You go ahead. How do you feel about this one?
Oh man, I thought that this was a disappointing fight, man. I think I think the aura that Rachmanov had kind of diminishes a little bit. Like he didn't have those 18, he was 18 and 0, 18 finishes. I just feel like, there were some things that Ian Gary did say that were correct. It was a boring fight. It really was, but I think it was a boring fight, but it was also close. I mean through rounds it was close, but I felt like pretty much Shavkat was in control of the fight, but he was also put in positions where he was more in danger, and particularly that fifth round when Ian Gary was able to get that choke. I felt like Rachmanov respect Ian a little too much, quite honestly. Like he was going for too many takedowns. I forget that. I mean, I think he was 2 for 10 on takedowns or some crazy number like that. Like with Rachmanov, was it takedowns? Let me see. Yeah,
Yeah,
two
two
for
for
ten,
10.
2 for 10 for damn takedowns. I mean, think about it, Kamaru Usman. Like, if you're not able to take down a guy like Ian Gary down, that means Ian Gary, one, is getting better, but then two, Shavkat is also. I mean, will he be able to take down a guy like, potentially Belal Muhammad? I mean, obviously you saw Belal coming in. The security guards didn't know who he was, dude. That's crazy, bro, and that's crazy, man. It should like the UFC. They need it.
Play the video.
They need to do a better job, dude. Fucking come on, man. Somebody lead, bro. Like, let him
I
walk
want to
up.
hear
Don't
that
be like
video.
trying to get his fucking ID number. Don't be checking his ID, dude. The dude is, anyways.
Henry. Let's. I want to hear the video. What is? I want to hear Ryan play the video.
The security doesn't know he's the champ. Look at the state of this. The security doesn't know he's the champ. I'm not surprised, motherfucker. Oh, mate. He is an asshole, I think.
Is that actually Connor, dude? Is that a fucking AI?
Yo, the impression. Go
He's
back.
an
Skip back a
asshole.
little bit.
I'm excited for.
Wow, Kamara, you're enjoying that a little too much, Kush.
No,
I haven't
no.
seen I
Listen.
haven't seen you smile like that since 1999.
Hey, listen. I know. Yes. Me and Connor have had our situations. Me and Bilal have had our situations, and I know Connor's going through a lot right now. But we still can't forget, like, this guy has some of the best, wittiest comeback and one-liners in UFC history. And Jesus, this was, talk about, you're right, Henry. Total just chaos.
Cringe at the end,
Like
right?
yo,
Total
like when
cringe.
what are we doing what are we doing when even the security working the UFC event don't know you are a champion? Oh my
Damn.
God.
Kamar, you
Woo.
enjoying that a little too much,
My
bro.
bad.
Too
Hey,
too much.
it was just it was just the it was the time, because I remember when I saw it too. I was like, yo, Joe Rogan had to vouch for you to get you to come through security. Did you hear what Joe Rogan said? Oh, he's the champ. Let him in. And I know Joe didn't even mean it in a negative way. It just Joe. I mean, obviously Joe's a comedian. It's just natural timing and delivery. Just hit the mark, and that's what I found really really funny. But Henry, I mean, I'm not I'm not surprised by this fight at all. I'm not. I told you what was going to happen. It is what it is. Like I said, you know, I've had my situation with Bilal, I had my situation with Connor, but like, this was just, I was thinking the same thing at that time. I was thinking like, and I didn't even hear this reaction. I was thinking the same. Like, Joe Rogan had to vouch for you to get through security. Like, what are we doing as at an event that you can't even? They don't even know you're the champion. So I thought that was just hilarious. That wasn't me trying to like cast shade or anything like that. Like, you thought it, we all thought it was funny. I'm sure the world thought it was funny. But yeah, about this fight, Henry, I wasn't surprised. You know, I told you what was going to happen. That's the type.
It also showed, dude, that he's right, man. Like I said before, man. Hamza, Rachmanov, he didn't that aura kind of diminishes a little bit, dude. I think sometimes that aura, when people have that, and particularly a championship fight, like the champion going in, there's gonna be a lot more confident going in there because he knows that, hey, this dude did not finish a guy when he had the opportunity to, and he had all this, finishing rates. But whatever that is, Ian Gary Rachmanov is next entitled for a fight with Belal Muhammad, and I do believe that the UFC is going to do that sooner rather than later. But you know what? That leaves Ian Gary. Call me crazy, Kush. I could see a fight between Ian Gary Machado against the one and only, the Nigerian Nightmare Kamaru Usman. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, does he even deserve that? And this is what I'm gonna say is leading up to this fight, there was a lot being said. He made a lot of things. Oh, these everyone's running from me. These guys are running from me. Like, and I don't run from anybody. No one. I run from no one. And I'm sure, I don't know too many guys that are going to run from anyone because this is the game. We fight to make money. If we don't fight, we don't get paid. And so it doesn't anyone in the UFC has to step in there in order to get paid. So to the notion of, oh yeah, they were scared of me, they were running, like, who are you? Who are you that I of all people am scared of you? Who are you? And you wanted me. I guess he was upset because he wanted me to be his late notice replacement for his fight. Who the fuck is that guy for me to be a replacement for? What? No. And like I said, the biggest thing for me is I just need to get healthy. It doesn't matter who it is. Once I'm healthy and I feel that I'm healthy to get back in there and do what I do, I don't care. You could bring King Kong and King Kong's brothers. If they can make 170, we get it on. So it is what it is. But back to the fight, that's what I expected. Ian needs to create space. Ian's a very good and dynamic striker. And you can tell, you saw that in the fight. If he's able to create space, then he's able to kind of get his flow going. And Shavkat wants to get to the action. He just wants to, I got to get my hands on you. And you're right, Henry. I do think, and this is some of the things that I was seeing, but obviously with the potential of me potentially fighting him, I didn't want to give too much away. But these are some of the things that I'm seeing. There is holes in both of their games, as you could see. I am a wrestler. Once Ian got taken down a few times, the fight kind of got away from him. And Shavkat, as far as standing and putting the combinations together, he couldn't really do that well with Ian Gary. And so there's holes in both of their games, but I expected a fight like this, and I knew it wasn't going to be the most barn burner, exciting fight that a lot of people were salivating over. But nonetheless, it shows how Shavkat is a dog. He's willing to just do whatever it takes to get in there and get that win. And so is Ian. It's just that Shavkat was a little bit more of a dog than Ian Gary, and he was out there to get that.
So how did you score? How did you score, Kamaru? How did you score round by round? Did you have it? Did you have a 3-2?
3-2. Yeah, I think I had it 3-2.
Okay, 3-2, 3 and 5 for. What did you think when Shavkat had him in the freaking rear naked choke, dude? Where you're like, damn, this shit's about to.
Ian Gary.
Yeah, Ian Gary when he had a Shavkat in that rear naked choke.
I saw a little bit of panic in Shavkat's face because it's when we've never been in certain situations, certain positions, then it feels foreign. And that's all I felt. I felt the foreign. I saw that in his face, like, oh, how am I here? How did I get here? And so I was a little worried. I was like, oh my God, he's potentially about to get finished here. But he was able to hang on and get the decision, which is more power to him. Now I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with Belal, what Belal is able to do with him.